Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Unto this life foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. Quick show to the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. I just now realized something that brother had put on the chat, so I'm going to let it play out. And y'all hear for yourselves.
Any city resident who wants at-home vaccination, it can be scheduled. A vaccination team comes to you. By the way, they can provide vaccination for the whole family. Many people has want it, whether people need a first dose, a second dose, or a booster, or if different people in the family are at different points in their vaccine trajectory. The teams that come to your home have the ability to provide whatever help you need. And the $100 incentive is available for every family member. That's crucial. Any city resident who wants at-home.
As you can see, the madness that's out here in New York City is just that madness. So this mayor right here, Mayor de Blasio, is leaving on Saturday. Yeah, he's leaving Saturday. But before he leaves, he's throwing all these extra works out there. So he made right now, majority of people on Monday got laid off, fired, however you want to call it. Let's say fired. I like that terminology because of the fact that laid off meaning you might come back and all this other stuff, but fired. So a lot of people got fired out of a job because he, who was a part of the system, was a part of the bigger picture, decides to pass a law where private corporations to have all their people with the juice. Right? So people had until Monday. Now this goes for any and every sort of job that you could think of. And from construction to let's say sanitation, anything. Your local person that's working at McDonald's. These people have to get his stuff. This man took it further than what Biden passed. And he's leaving Saturday. And that's the funny thing. But yet people still got laid off. So now, this was last week. So, not only did he did that, he's actually doing this, where people slack here. I got this dry cough. I'm trying to get this shit out of my system, but it is what it is. So now he took it to a whole nother level. And that level is now they could come in to your house and give you that juice. This is all part of the plan. This is all part of what they're trying to do. See, a lot of times when we first came in to the spirit, Cole's brothers came in on fire, expecting whatever year you came in, that be the year where all hell breaks loose and so forth. And there were a lot of things we thought would be forceful, which we haven't got to the forcible yet, but we got into the most cunning ways of doing things. Instead of forcing their way in, now they're allowing people to volunteer them to come into their house. All right, this is where we at with all this madness, Slakia. So this was happening. So I was looking at the comment board, people laughing. This is not America. This can't be America. I believe everyone owes the conspiracy friend an apology at this point, because it's not a conspiracy. All right, Like Apostle Cabal always breaks down, the word conspiracy means within government. Okay? In order to conspire, you have to have a body, a good, powerful body of people, a powerful body of men to pass laws in order to make things happen. These things are no longer conspiracy, these are factual. All right? It's right in front of your face. And I see more comments. Oh, this is my favorite one here. Not this Kathy. She has a point, but Tim Young, there's a crime wave in New York City, so it makes perfect sense to send a dozen cops to arrest a man for not showing you know what card in Burger King. So the people see what's exactly what's going on. All right. This is It's just that. It's just very offensive to intelligent people to actually see, like, what? All right. But the funny thing about that is, isn't like he's forcing it. He's telling people, we could do this for you. And you know what? The idiots out there would volunteer, allow these strangers to come into their house and do them dirt without considering what they're doing. I remember there's an old saying in films, in the scriptures, but I mean, it's mainly in the scriptures. But let's look at it in a film point of view. Don't invite a vampire to your household, right? You invite the evil into your house. These people they are evil, and they inviting more evil into their household. If you allow this to happen, but this is one of many trades. Which, matter of fact, let me just get the scripture. Sirach 11:29. Bring not every man into thine house, for a deceitful man have many trains. So what does it mean by that? A deceitful man can use whatever means necessary in order to get into your household. All right, he's not gonna come in there. You're not supposed to let anybody into your house like that. You gotta try that person, if the attention is good or not. This devil is getting to the point where he's allowing people to allow strangers to their household to give them something that is going to kill them. This is what we result to. The term common sense is no longer common. Like it says, like a partridge taken and kept in a cage, so is the heart of the proud. Like as a spy watches for thy fall, for he layeth in wait, and turn good into evil, and things worthy praise will he lay blame upon thee. Because when it's all said and done, these people literally cause this evil on themselves. They literally cause this evil on themselves. That's why it's a big deal when you hear cops just can't come into your house. They have to have a search warrant, which comes from the judge, showing that you don't even have power over your own household, renting or that you own, where they could surpass the landlord and just go straight to the judge. And if you own those things, they still could get that. They'll get a judge. All right. So that when something goes wrong, which they attend to, they're gonna blame on who? The people. Just the same way they spin this whole climate change thing, and basically saying humans doing this, humans doing that. But who started the Industrial Revolution? It was corporations that started polluting this world. Who created plastic? All right, same corporation who's run by who? So-called white men. And yet they turn around and put the blame on who? The people. So what do you think is going to happen when the results of all these things being manifest, that it was never good for them, for the people, period? They're going to put the blame on who? You idiots. It says, of a spark of a fire, a heap of coals and kindled, a sinful man layeth wait for blood. Take heed of a mischievous man, for he worketh wickedness, lest he bring upon thee a perpetual blot. Receive a stranger into thine house, and he will disturb thee, and turn out of thine own. Just I had made a statement on the last show I did about seizing property. It was the National Defense Authorization Act, which pretty much takes of a citizen of America and deem them a terrorist. Once those titles are put on you, then everything, all your property, no longer belongs to you. All right, it belongs to the beneficiary, the person, the thing, the bank, mainly the bank actually. But they're gonna tend to seize people's property. All right, so these people, if they allow this to happen, which they are gonna allow it to happen, this is the one major step into prophecy. Okay, something so simple. Watch how the Lord is gonna take that and magnify it, because they know right now they're volunteering. They want people to volunteer, allow people to come to their house. Soon the volunteering is no longer gonna be volunteer. They're just gonna randomly just go and bust people's doors. All right, without a warrant, and it's pretty much saying by their law that people are they're terrorists, because the simple fact is them having not taking that thing, you're a biohazard, you're a threat. So that means that you're going to give, basically saying you're giving up your rights. So there's a lot of mumbo jumbo crap, but this is all going to lead to the same thing. Matter of fact, let me just make this short. 2nd Ezra 16, and to the point. I think it's 70. Yep. 2nd Ezra 16 and 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. And who are those that fear the Lord? You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Despite whatever Jake religion that he is, and he fears a higher power. All right, Jake fear a higher power. They may not know it, what's his name or anything like that, but they fear the Most High. They fear the Most High, but they don't fear the Most High. In turn, if they fear the Most High, this hell would come on to them and they would be in the right path. But they don't fear the Lord, so the Lord is sending these devils to come down, like Revelation 12 and 12 saying, having great wrath. Okay? It says, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. So we gonna go to that point of, and this is just one city, and you see all the things that's taking place in this one particular city, and everybody else is following suit, because this is gonna be a national thing. And the national thing they're going to call it is going to be medical, like Apostle Ramla has said, uh, Walmart. All right. You just got to look at Walmart backwards to understand what it really means. But yeah, this is going to be a national thing. And they're going to kick men, women, children out of their house, throw them into these detention centers, all right? Quarantine people, separate people. The same thing they're doing in Australia, the same thing they're doing in Austria, and certain other places around the world. People are starting to disappear, all right? This is what's going to take place because they volunteer now. Let's say in a building complex, I can't even use mine. Let's say in a building complex, 6 floors. Let's say each floor 10 units. Yeah, let's say like that. 10 units. And within those 10 units, let's say like 100. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 180. So let's say let's think hypothetical. Let's say 140 people, 140 units volunteered their apartments to receive this thing. They take the census. Then they came in, volunteer, take care of these 140 these 140 units, all right? Which is less. I'm just saying 140 because I'm just doing the math. So you only have 40 left, right? So the 40 places that didn't volunteer, they're already crossed out, basically saying they did not volunteer to get this thing done, and especially if these people are not part of the system. So out of all these apartments, each floor, all right, so each floor, let's say we said 20, right? 20 units, each floor, 6 floors. And let's say the whole entire second floor, nobody volunteered. So now they say, 20 people, the whole entire second floor, both sides, nobody volunteered. What do you think is going to end up happening? All right, especially if the surge is the spread is the way it's spreading. Okay, and they keep talking about cases are going up. You think they're just gonna let this shit slide? No, they're going to get in there, kick in the doors, waving the 4-4s, and deem these people as a threat. And that's just one building. Now let's talk about if it's a one whole block, and within the whole block there's, let's say, 20 houses. Out of the 20 houses in one block, let's say 15 of them volunteered. Then 5 houses, maybe not the same, not even close to one another, they don't volunteer. What are you thinking? They're gonna mark them red. So these things, it's not far-fetched that this is gonna happen. All right. So I'm gonna read that again. Slakia. 2 Ezra 16:70. For there shall be in every place and next city a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but shall still spoil and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen. and they shall be tried as gold is tried. Sorry, they should be tried as gold in the fire. Slakia. O O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. So the same way you not volunteering with certain things, that's the same way that's you sticking out, showing your act of faith. And ultimately, when they do come in to take you, everybody knows, oh, such and such, or he didn't take it. Or they could say, wow, such and such, the Lord is really with that person. Because automatically, everybody knows who's not going to take it and who's not. All right? That's why they want, it was a, I was it a film? But anyway, there was a, what you call it? There's, they classified individuals, red, yellow, yeah, that's it, yellow, blue, and red. I believe yellow, those people that would that's in between. I think blue is the same thing. Or they'll volunteer. Red was just people that they're not gonna volunteer nothing. They stubborn, they're not gonna go with the grain. That in itself is an act of faith. Especially if you know that, showing the world, like, no matter what, this is what's happening. I'm not gonna budge. But when they come in and do what they have to do, and like the scripture says in Isaiah, the 58th chapter, hold on, 56th chapter, Slakia. Get that real quick. I'll probably end it off on that. Isaiah 56, yeah. I'm sorry. 59. Isaiah 59. And 19 it says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, stormtroopers, all right, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. And what is that standard? When you look up the word standard in Hebrew, is nawas, means to escape, to fly. Matter of fact, let me read it. Nawas, to flee, escape, to flee, to escape, to take flight, depart, disappear, to fly, to attack on horseback, to drive out, to take flight, to put to flight, to drive hastily, to cause to disappear, hid. It says to that is vanish, vanish away, subside, escape, casualtively, chase, impel, deliver. So basically, brothers are going to be delivered or be able to have the ability to escape from those things to come. All right? Because once these people introduce that idea and people does volunteer, that means your privacy is no longer your privacy. It's going to come, that's the way how the world is, public. Because every person that does get those volunteer their houses or apartments or whatever, that means that pretty much is open season to everybody else. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing things of privacy being thrown away. Now everybody else is going to know your stance. But the Lord is going to allow his elect to escape the wrath that is to come. And if brothers do go to concentration camps, the Lord might deliver them if that's the Lord's will, or those brothers, that was where they course in. They might get executed for Yahweh Shah's sake. So it's a whole bunch of variables that's gonna take place. But our job is just to keep on pushing this word no matter what. So with that being said, I hope you brothers edify something real quick through the spirit. These devils are being slick with it, slick with their works. Shalom to the elected of the nations of Shalom.